welcome to another Tabletop Games blog review. Today we're looking at Oaxaca, Crafts of a Culture by Undine Studios. It's a 1 to 4 player dice action selection engine building type of game. It's got a complexity of 1.5 out of 5, so ages 10 plus, maybe even a bit younger depending on who you're playing with. It's really quite quick to learn, quite quick to play, and great fun. As a disclosure, let me just say that I was sent a copy of this game by Sarah Reed at Undine Studios, so thanks very much for that. I wasn't asked to write a review or otherwise influenced by this, so this review is what I really think of the game. But of course, I thought I'd let you know in case that sways what you know, how you see this review and whether you think I'm influenced in any way. As I say, I don't think I am. I genuinely talk about what I think about this game. Oaxaca is set in southern Mexico, in a region of the same name, and your task is to craft different items and sell them in your market stall. To do that, you roll dice, but don't be put up by that. That is something you can mitigate, and actually the game is a lot more about your engine building rather than the dice rolling. So at the beginning of every round you roll your dice, and you can decide to keep the ones you like and re-roll all the others if you wanted to one more time to hopefully give you a dice result that you like. The resources or the crafts that you have are jewelry, pottery, textiles, tin art and wood carvings. They all have different sort of abilities that the game explains to you, but ultimately all you're trying to do is get these crafts into your workshop and then crafted and turned into items into your market stall where you sell them to tourists. But in fact, once you've crafted them, you actually get extra abilities, and this is where the engine builder comes in. So on you go, you decide to take a dice, so choose this one, and you have two options now, as it says on your little amazing little player mat with all the steps I explained. You can either gather, which basically means you draw the top two cards from the pile, look at them and decide whether you want to keep or which one you want to keep of those, and then you put that in your little workshop there, and then the other card can either go on top or the bottom depending what it is. You might want to keep it or you might want to stop other players from getting it. And as you put it in your market stall, the top right corner has a little number in it. You put that many cubes on there, and that is also the amount it takes to craft, but also the points at the end of the game. And then you're done and you move your dice over there. On your turn you also have additional actions. You can always use something from your market stall. You can also use a tourist action, but more to that later. So say it's now the other players' turns and they've done their thing, and I'm now doing another turn and I'm going to do another pottery gathering action. So I'm going to draw the top two cards, look at them, and I quite like the idea of this one. So I put that in my workshop there. I don't want anyone else to have this card, so I put it at the bottom. And again, in this case, I put 3 cubes on top of my card there. And again, it's the other player's turn, and it comes back to me. Now, I'd like to craft these lovely pottery items. I don't have any more pottery dice left, so what I can do, I can actually combine 2 dice to be the face of any other dice. So you're basically sacrificing 1 dice to be allowed to turn the other one to whichever side you want, and then you use that, and I'm using for crafting. And the way crafting works is you move 1 cube of all the cards in your workshop, then have that symbol on them. So I've got 2 pottery cards, I move those. And the game carries on to the next player. Eventually I will be able obviously to finish all these items. And what happens then, they get into my little market stall over there, and they'll give me points at the end of the game. But also they give me an extra ability. So this card, for example, allows me to redistribute up to 2 cubes in my workshop. This one actually is the face of a dice, of the pottery dice. So I could use that on turn, tap it to show that I've used it, and then do a craft of gather action of that type. The other symbol here is a star, which is basically a wild card, but it does the sort of actions that you can do at a lesser power. And so it carries on, and you craft things, and your market stall gets bigger and bigger, and you have more abilities. As I said, the tourist cards are different. There's basically 2 each round, so there's 3 rounds in the game overall, and you put the token on there and you can use your meeple on your go to use one of these tourist actions to give you again additional abilities, which you can not directly combine. You can't combine your tourist card with your market stall abilities, but you can obviously use them as an additional action, maybe combine them with a dice result or something like that. And as you can see, there is dice results even in the tourist cards. They are dealt out randomly every game, so that creates a bit more variability as well. And overall, I think, as I said, the 3 rounds that we have in the game are just spot on. The game also comes with the Oaxaca, or Taste of Oaxaca variant, which adds a few more cards in. And in fact, you can change up the game to make it lighter or harder if you please. And as I said, there's a 1 to 4 player game, so there is the solo variant, which has these grasshopper cards in there and works a bit differently. Again, I mean, all the illustrations of this game are absolutely gorgeous. Just have a look at them. So this is Oaxaca, Crafts of a Culture. As I say, a really good fun game, quick to learn, quick to play, very easy to carry around. The box is not very big at all. We'll definitely take it on holiday with us. And you know, there's enough in there for people who expect a little heavier game, but it's, as I say, not too difficult for people who, you know, haven't played it. So it's maybe not quite a gateway game, but close enough, I think, to teach people, and they get lots of enjoyment out there. If they don't, as I say, it's a quick game, it'll be over quite quickly. And if not, you know, if you do enjoy it, you can play quite a few in one evening. So I can highly recommend it, and I hope you have a look at it. Thanks again to Undine Studios for sending me a copy. Thanks very much, Sarah. Really appreciate it. So thanks very much for watching. As always, please, if you like this video, subscribe, like and comment below. Also check out my blog, my Twitter feed, Ko-fi page and Patreon pages as well. The links are always in the description of this video. And that's all. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.